Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to C. Jones Consulting. I know it's been a little while since I've done a Facebook Live video. I've been putting a few things off and making a lot of changes with the business. So just to update you guys, I have decided to only do 2 Facebook Lives a week. And then I will focus a lot of my attention on doing more YouTube videos because I feel like a lot of my videos are lengthy. But I will post like snippets of it on my Facebook on this page. So if you guys want to watch it, you're more than welcome to. But I'll try to keep Facebook Live more about my tips on a Tuesday, which would be today. And then I'll keep doing my Q&A sessions. I'll probably do those once a month just because I want to give you guys more written content also as I am doing weekly blog posts now more so. And it's been a time because I had to take the last 2 weeks of May to kind of reevaluate my business and really figure out what direction I wanted to go in it, especially after the conversations I've had with a few of my alliances and connections, and I was looking into possibly expanding into financial advising, but then I realized I would have to give this up, and this is not something I want to give up because I love helping people, and I know that everyone needs help, especially in the home lending space. Being first-time home buyers, it's hard to trust anyone. It's hard to know that you're getting the right information the right way, and I feel like with someone like myself, I can help you and hold your hand through that. And with me building this business and building the service, I don't want to give that up, not at the mercy of another company. There's no way. The point of me starting a business is to run something that is my own from the ground up, and to not be at the mercy eventually of a paycheck or someone's clock. So that's kind of my purpose and why I do what I do. But enough about that. Just a few updates and housekeeping tips. June is going to be a very busy month for me. I do have a trip in about a week or less, and I'm going to go see some family. But I will be working very hard to prospect and reach out to you guys that I see fit, because the people that I want to work with are people who are sick of renting, are sick of throwing their money away to someone that they don't know, and are looking to take that next step to make that large investment in themselves and purchase a home, to put roots down, to put a roof over their families' heads, to definitely take that next step into home ownership. Those are the people I want to work with. I will be rolling out the first time home owners program, which is more dedicated to serving people that are looking to refinance, looking into home equity loans, things of that nature, but don't know where to start. I'll be rolling that out at the end of the summer. And then early next year, I'll be rolling out the insurance side of things. So if you're looking into long-term care, term insurance, and I'll try to dive into annuities a little bit. I'll be working on that throughout the rest of the year, so I'll be able to help people in all areas. So it's not just investing in a property, you're investing in your future and yourself. And I feel like it's so important to make sure you do have those things when you're working with your family and investing in yourself. So with that, let's jump into my tips on a Tuesday. This is for anyone that's looking to become a realtor. A lot of my referral partner alliances and friends are realtors, and I got my real estate license, although I did not fully practice it in the state of Michigan. I do know what that test was about. So I do have 5 tips to give you for you to be successful. These are things that I've read, I've heard about through other YouTube videos. I've had conversations with people about this. These are 5 things that I am absolutely sure will get you on the right track fast and quickly with building a real estate business, especially if you decide to get into that industry. Now, keep in mind, real estate is not for everyone. That's just like not everyone can become a doctor or become a lawyer. Real estate is a real career. It's not something to just fall back on and just sit back and hope and wait and pray that something happens. That's something that you have to work towards, just like any business. So my first tip is, of course, to pass your state exam. Pass it and study. Study and pass it always, because you have to keep renewing your license anyway and taking refresher courses, I believe every 3 years now, depending on where you are. But you have to pass the test, because everything on that test is what you'll encounter. Now, every state is different, so I'm speaking from experience with Michigan State test. I know it was a lot of questions related to waterways because we have lakes. There are questions related to how do you deal with certain transactions with people. Can you be a realtor for yourself? And those questions you'll all have answered in that test. So I would take that test extremely seriously. If you fail it the first time, it's okay, because so did I. Take it again, study hard, and definitely try to retain as much of the information as you can, or at least keep the study notes just in case you have to look back on it for clients that you work with. My next tip would be to find a really good brokerage to work with. I had the pleasure of really sitting down and learning a little bit more about Keller Williams. A few of my colleagues are Keller Williams realtors. That was one of the brokerages I wanted to work with, and I love their training program. I like their education. I like how they literally hold your hand to teach you, especially if you're on a team, how to be successful and what they think success is. So when you're looking into brokerages, definitely do your research, especially if this is your first time or you have no idea about the real estate industry. That is something that I would definitely take seriously. My third tip with that would be to really build a platform for yourself and build your brand on social media and online. Meaning, if you don't have a website, try to make one from scratch. It's really easy. I made mine on Squarespace. Other people use WordPress if you're really tech savvy. If you're not tech savvy and you don't have a clue what Squarespace is, Wix is there. There's so many different avenues to take with that, with having a website, but you need something where people can go to say, hey, this is so-and-so's page. She's a realtor. She sells houses. She does her thing. A lot of times your brokerage will probably provide you with something like that. But if you want to continue to be a realtor outside of working for them, you want to have something that's personally your own. Another thing you want to do when you're branding yourself is definitely take a good look at your social medias. Look at your Facebook, look at your Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, all of those things. Are they coexistent? Do they tell a story of yourself? Are they too scattered? Are they too reminiscent of your high school and college days, or back when you used to party too much? Is it not professional? You need to do a spring clean of that and make sure your brand is consistent. So my brand is centered around my consulting service, around my current job, Lender Close, which kind of coexists. So I want to work with bankers, realtors, CEOs, all of those people. So the persona I want to present to them is someone who's professional and serious about her business, and then also conscious about what's going on in the media and what's going on in my area when it comes to real estate. So those are things that you need to be aware of. Next, with branding, I'll just stick with that. You want to make sure that you do not stretch yourself thin. So I've had to learn this personally for myself. You want to dedicate your time to at least maybe 2 or 3 social media platforms, not all 5 or 7. For me, my area of focus usually is LinkedIn, because that's where a majority of my my full-time job, that's kind of where I work, is LinkedIn. I connect with a lot of people, as you guys have seen, have over 1,000 connections on there, which is phenomenal. These people are CEOs, executives. They're like serious heavy duty people, not, just my friends. I use Facebook for my consulting service. And then I used Twitter for news related information. And I'm starting to use YouTube more because I want to continue to vlog. But bottom line, you want to make sure that all of your channels, including your website, coexist, and they all kind of, can tell a story, a similar story. They're not like all over the place. And do keep in mind what each of the social medias are used for. I think on my next tip for Tuesday, I'll talk about what each of the social medias should be used for and how you should be using them successfully. And that should kind of help you with that. My third tip to become a realtor and to be successful is to definitely build alliances, build connections, and really, draw a line between the two, because having an alliance is someone that's definitely going to exchange business, meaning you give them business, they give you business. Meaning if you're a realtor, you want to partner up with people who are lawyers, who are loan officers, who are, people like myself, who are consultants, who can provide you with warm clients, warm leads, because that's where your referrals are come from. That's where your clients are come from, especially if you are new to the area. So you want to team up with those people and really work diligently with them and provide them value just the same way you expect them to provide you value. I did a blog post recently on kind of the different categories I place everyone that I come in contact with. It sounds a little cliche, but I have a lot of different categories. Obviously, my family is totally separate. When it comes to meeting people that I don't know or I'm just meeting or I'm getting to know, I have like my friends, my colleagues, my connections and alliances. Those are all my categories for people. So my alliances are my referral partners. My connections are people that I connect with on LinkedIn and someone has introduced me to them, so therefore we know each other. That's a connection. My colleagues are people that I work with on my full-time job or I have worked with. And then my friends are people that have known me pretty much my whole life, or we went to school together and we share personal business. But you want to make sure you draw a very bold line between your friends and all of the other people, because you don't want anything from that side of the line to interfere with where you're going on the other side of the line. So when it comes to real estate, you really want to build the best reputation that you can and the people that you really want to surround yourself with. And it's not doubting your friends, but you want to surround yourself probably with your colleagues, with your connections and your alliances, because those are people that will take you far and will support you through your entire business. Your friends will be there for you whether you fall, fail, or you do extremely well, and you just want to be selective of those people. My fourth and final tip today, I thought I was going to give you 5, maybe I will. But my fourth tip is to definitely know the numbers. Real estate is a numbers game. Whether you're just becoming a realtor or if you're getting into investing, it is a numbers game. So what that means is, if you have a goal for yourself of making, let's say, $100,000 within a year, and this is with any business, you want to work backwards, meaning you want to know how many clients it's going to take for you, how many closings, let's talk real estate, how many closings it's going to take for you to get to that $100,000 at the end of the year. From that point, you need to know what your return on investment is. What's the percentage of people you're able to take from actually showing the house to booking a listing to actually closing the deal? Like, what do those metrics look like? And you want to probably keep a notebook like this, like I do, and really keep track of those things throughout the year to see how you're doing. Track your metrics, because let's say you do okay the first year. Let's say you only make $50,000. You've only done 10 listings in 12 months. Okay, that's okay. But the next year you do 25 listings. That's, you pretty much doubled what you just did. So the more you track your numbers and the more you're grounded with your goals and you work backwards, the more success you're going to have. And that's with any business. If you start a clothing business, it's the same thing. You don't want to just start it aimlessly and expect and hope and pray that you'll make money. You want to know that you're going to make money. If you're selling makeup, like I just shared a video on my personal page of Kylie Jenner's day in the life of her, whatever she was doing, but she pretty much did a walkthrough of her whole day. And it was interesting. I overheard her business manager, not her mother, but her business manager that handles her makeup, really explain how they plan on getting to the goal of, selling X amount of lip kits when this new product releases to where they're at right now. It's a ladder and it's a numbers game, and it's like, if you can set the bar high for yourself, if you're a person that sets a bar really, really high, then you need to know how you're going to get up there, essentially. And using your numbers is going to be so important. And for the final tip, I know I gave you guys a lot, but it's been a while since I was doing these. My last and final tip is to stay committed, meaning real estate is a 100% commission job. That's just what it is. If you're not committed, or if you're not dedicated, or if you start doubting yourself and doubting what you're doing, your business is going to fail. You need to keep your head up and push through. Not every person's going to call you. Not everyone's going to close on a home. Not everyone's going to sell a home. But it's up to you to siphon through those people and determine who is going to be a valuable client to you. And those that aren't, it's okay. Keep following up with them. Those are prospects. But when it comes down to the clients, you really need to boggle down on what your niche is, who your target audience is, and really push for them. And utilize your platforms, utilize your website, utilize your referrals, utilize all of those things to help you achieve that goal of reaching the top of that ladder, of reaching that $100,000 or that $1 million. It's possible to reach $1 million in real estate. Yes, it is. But it takes the right type of person to do so. And after watching a lot of videos on YouTube of people that do it successfully, they pretty much all say the same thing. It's a numbers game, it's a commitment game, and it's up to you to put the work in. So with that, I will leave you guys with this. Whatever career you're going into, whether it is real estate, or if you're selling clothes, selling makeup, or if you're just running your own business like myself, keep in mind it's a numbers game, and you want to make sure that your network speaks volumes of where you want to go in life. You could be 55 years old, you can be 19 years old. It's up to you to really put your best foot forward and take these tips and use them, and hopefully you will be successful in anything that you do. So thank you so much for listening today, and I will look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday for the next tips on a Tuesday. And I'm working on getting the Q&A session together, trying to decide what the best topic should be, and I think it should be around savings and down payment, but we'll see. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you guys very soon.